So, obviously we talked about this live after the Raw review. I mean, after Raw, when we did the review on my live channel. We talked about Roman Reigns and the fans. Were they plants? I was tweeting about this right away. I absolutely believe they were plants right from the beginning. I tweeted about it immediately. The tweet blew up. Many other people have been talking about it. We talked about it last night on the review, actually, too. God damn. Okay, well, my 2-year-old freaked out and wasn't happy that his flashlight wasn't working. But no, seriously, right away they seemed like plants. They went right from that camera shot to those fans who were cheering like extremely excited. They were even so excited that Paul Heyman in the ring acknowledged them. If you watch it, him and Brock Lesnar look right at the fans, and I don't know if that's because they knew them or if that's because they knew about, they obviously knew they were there as plants. I mean, the rest of the audience wasn't cheering at that point. And I will say Brock Lesnar did get booed a fairly good amount, and Reigns did seemingly get cheered more than usual. St. Louis is a weird place as far as WWE. If you would consider New York and Chicago and, maybe Boston and some other places to be where the sort of the smarter crowds are, or even like the post-WrestleMania Raw, then you could say that St. Louis is sometimes kind of like the loudest casual place that they have, if that makes any sense. But these people, these like 3, 4, 5, or 6 individuals, they're just freaking out, man, like for no reason seemingly. And, it could be a case of like they're losers and they're just like, oh God, the camera's on me, and they like Reigns anyway. So they decided to chant for Reigns really loudly because they knew the camera was on them. Maybe even the camera director said, hey, the louder you guys are, we're going to put you on TV at some point. Yeah, so you know. I mean, they may just be as simple as that, sort of mini manufacturing the crazy. But all I can tell you is nobody else was cheering really like that around for the most part. You look around, you can pause it when it pans to them. When Kevin Dunn said, put it on them. You can pause it on them. And, so I really strongly believed on Twitter that they're plants. And I don't believe in finalities all the time. Nothing is ever final. So, I'll say I'm 80% sure they were plants. Or they had something to do with some reason why they were there. But I'll leave the 20% open that they're not. And I said this last night on my Raw review when it happened. And again, I said it. I was tweeting this during the show. And if they're not, then, I don't know. Like, they're just really excited for Roman. More than anybody else in the building for some reason. Or because the camera panned on them, they got that excited. So there's being devil's advocate, I would say that maybe. But it was ridiculous to the point that Paul Heyman even had a snickering, shit-eating grin on his face. If you watch Paul Heyman's reaction, he is just like... he's almost got a, like, what a bunch of losers, like, look on his face. Or, like, there they are. And so I don't understand. But I wouldn't be surprised if WWE planted these people. I think they've done it before. They've certainly done many different goofy things to get Roman over. I wouldn't be surprised. And we talked a lot about Roman and getting people over and how over Roman is and why, him turning heel. We've been talking about this for a long time, but in the last week I picked it up because of what I believe is going to happen in Saudi Arabia and how I think you could have had Roman win the belt and go heel in Saudi Arabia, or go heel once he gets back to America or North America. And, we'll see what's going to happen. What do you guys think in the comments down below? Do you think that this was a plant, or do you think these are just fans and shut up? I mean, I don't know. You tell me in the comments down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Joe Cronin Show. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my daily podcasts and, of course, my opinions, news, and our live reactions after Monday Night Raw, which will be live tonight from my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/JCSGaming. Hit me up on Twitter at RealCronin, and I've got a bunch of brand new videos popping up for the patrons on Patreon.com. Go to Patreon.com or download the Patreon app, look up Joe Cronin Show, and become a patron and get 6 to 8 hours of bonus content a week. 6 to 8 hours of bonus content a week on Patreon. All right? You will never be bored when you are a subscriber of my 3 YouTube channels and my Patreon. We'll see you next time, guys. And I'll see you after the SmackDown, after SmackDown Live tonight for the SmackDown review.